series on TV right now.
Yeah, and you can't have true crime without real-life investigators. In this week's theme story, Chris Holmstrom introduces us to a man who makes his living analyzing crime scenes.
A bag with evidence, a swab of the fabric, a drop of an activator.
You can see it bleeding a little bit.
And if all goes as planned,
And you're getting a little bit safer of community.
meet Clint Brown.
I'm a forensic scientist at the Orange County Crime Lab.
The Crime Lab is a division of the Orange County Sheriff's Department. Clint's specialty,
I'm searching for DNA.
in other words, our unique genetic blueprint, since no two of us have the same DNA when analyzed in crime scene investigations.
DNA helps us to link crimes and understand who's committing certain crimes.
When suspects are arrested, law enforcement collects DNA by doing a cheek swab, also known as a buccal swab. Once analyzed, that DNA is stored in a database. When a different crime is committed, even years later, the search begins for a DNA sample. One example,
On this skirt, there was saliva.
a chemical reaction revealed.
This dark blue area is where saliva is most likely going to be found on the skirt. And in saliva, you have DNA.
When DNA on evidence matches DNA in the database,
I'm able to provide a name to law enforcement and say, hey, this might be a suspect for you.
of all the STEAM disciplines, forensic crime fighters rely most on science and technology.
Well, a lot of what we use are actually robotics. We use a lot of robotics to manipulate our samples.
In any crime lab, prevention of cross-contamination is key, without meticulous use of PPE.
We're always shedding some form of DNA.
While hair, blood, saliva, and fingernail scrapings are the most abundant DNA sources,
With modern technology, we're very sensitive to people just touching items.
as a child, Clint dreamt of becoming a doctor, but found his fascination with biology was even better served working in law enforcement.
We're not here to catch one person or another. We're here to talk about the evidence and exonerate the innocent or catch someone who actually committed a crime.
His advice to aspiring crime scene investigators? Whether it's a series of bank robbers, burglaries, or physical assault,
Science is such a large part of law enforcement and social justice. So there's a lot of careers out there that you just got to search.
And that was KCAL 9's Chris Holmstrom reporting. By the way, Explorer programs are great for teens interested in learning more about crime fighting.
Yeah, the Orange County Sheriff's Department and most other law enforcement agencies have those programs. For more on STEAM careers, just go to kcal9.com/STEAM.
Coming up next, what's inside your school lunch?
STEAM Series.